All right, here we are, game 2 of TSS versus MyTeam. We've got Majestic Falls Flag Rally. Color map's a little bit easier on the eyes, so the pathfinding here is the stuff of nightmares. We've got Forest Giants. Essentially this is the Acts of Cruelty unit set, just on a map with a lot more variability in terrain and some pretty waterfalls. Apparently there's some units over here. We've got a neutral warrior. Never noticed that. But yeah, the waterfall graphics in Myth, nothing to write home about. Oh, we have Ulrich's ship. We've got a guy up here on the mast too. That's something. Neat little village there, and then the home force. So we've got Dante's Peak has now subbed into the game. Looks like he's replacing. No, he's not Dante. Replacing Grim, who in traditional fashion has likely binged himself. We're giving Dante the Forest Giant, in spite of this being probably his 5th game in the last decade. Thierry getting the other. On the side of TSS, okay, a bold move. You don't normally see this. We've got Kilgrath with both of these Forest Giants. It's a high-risk, high-reward play. We've also got some Stigs, which you don't usually see on Axe. Both teams here are likely to pop the Whites. There are not many goals. So this is really concerning to me if I'm on the TSS side. We've got 2 goals. So you popped 3 Whites. Okay, you have 2 more than I thought. But still, you popped 3 Whites and you only have 4 goals. Everyone knows on maps with Forest Giants, you really need a goal with every force that's not accompanied by a Forest Giant, because if you don't have that, you're really easy pickings. FGs are probably one of the more over-tuned units in the game, so they will pretty easily be able to just slap whatever they want to slap. So right off the bat, I think that's an advantage for my team. Again, just having more goals with the ability to harass. Tigers going out. We've got not a lot going on. Kilgrath is going to be able to push Thierry off of this mid flag. My team did get the tag first, which is good. Yeah, but at this point, look at all of this. Kilgrath has 2 FGs, which is normally really good, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 6 goals here. He's able to get a shot on a Zerk. I just don't know what he's really going to be able to accomplish. Meanwhile, you do have Dante's Forest Giant, which is unshadowed. Could probably slap. I mean, there are a couple of goals, but this Forest Giant's a threat to slap essentially everything. It could certainly easily take Southwest, but it looks like Gecko is already able to sneak through and get that. So, yeah, I have to say things are looking good from my team at this point. I would be surprised if they weren't able to capitalize this. Dante is pressuring, but I think really it's up to Kilgrath here to make a play. If he were to go straight south, potentially try to slap this, he could certainly try to do so. He is able to take 2 goals down, so that is a promising start. But again, that difference we talked about here, you've still got 4 left over. Dante is free, so he's going to easily be able to tag 1 and probably flag 2 since they don't have goals on him. Kilgrath does get 1 FG frozen, doing some magic dirting, takes a mort shot, got another one frozen down. So he's lost about half of his HP, and the percentages are even. So I think that, yeah, this is a pretty clear advantage for the MyTeam side. Unfortunate mort shot there for Ravik and accidentally blew himself up. Who hasn't done that? Dante did just figure out that FGs can't climb hills. He's lost a bit of health, but he's doing some good work. Kilgus now got himself into a really bad spot. He needs to get out of here. He really lucked out on this mort dud. But I think if he doesn't leave, he's probably gonna. Yeah, I think he's just gonna die. If either of these pus, yep, Yeah, so they smartly, good play by Kryptos. He freezes the green one, whether on purpose or accidentally, leaving Kilgrath with one super red Forest Giant left over. So now it's 69 to 66% sure, but we've got a big flag lead and then a huge Forest Giant health advantage. Tiri's choosing to go slap this instead of shadowing. I think that's the right call because, if you're that red, what is he really going to accomplish? All right, so able to clean that up pretty easily. Some good micro there, dodging. Meanwhile, Dante does go down. So he did try to take flag 2, wasn't quite able to. So there's a glimmer of hope here still. Given that the only difference in the game at this point is your FG health. Kilgrath does lose to a single goal, which is unfortunate. So it is now a 10% lead. But when that 10% is a very green Forest Giant, you can see here an example of how overpowered they are. Even on a map where you remove their ability to walk over hills, able to just slap a lot. And that lead just balloons all the way up to 30%. So, lesson here. On maps with Forest Giants, you take a big risk of pairing them together, as Kilgrath showed us, and you really need a lot of goals to put pressure on the other team's Forest Giants and prevent them from being able to just roll over you. That's about all she wrote for this one. Another great game for Tiri. So from a damage perspective, he's certainly dominated these first couple of games. On the side of TSS, again, kind of hate to see it, 98 damage, so a little bit less than half, or a little bit more than half, rather. With twice the number of Forest Giants, it's just not going to get it done. So we are now at 1-1 after the comical tie that was the first game.